Hi, Elle here at pressure-free.com. Hope this is coming in. Sometimes there's a little broadcast issue, it looks like. I am the creator of the pressure-free method, and tonight I want to talk about the starter tool that I share all the time with my clients and in groups and in sessions and on here with a little twist tonight. So I was working with a couple of colleagues on speeches today because just kind of ramping up, doing more speeches, hopefully on live stages soon, and got a really cool little twist to share with you tonight. So this tool is the starter tool that I share with everybody. So just a reminder, first I want to dive into the simple 3 steps of pressure free and then go deep into this one tool. So 3 steps to pressure free: targets. What are you aiming for? Do you want a better immune system? Are you aiming for health right now? Is it a money issue? Is that kind of your thing? So you need to think more positively about what money you do have. Instead that one of your targets. So what is your target right now? Maybe it's just to feel calm in the midst of the chaos. So calm, confident, courageous. What are some words that describe how you need to feel right now? So that's your target. Second are triggers. And I see some friends on: Tracy, Rob, Kathy. Kathy knows all about pressure free, super cool. So triggers, that's the second step. Triggers are anything that makes you feel angry, anxious, annoyed, or ashamed. So those 4 emotions, or any emotion like that. So angry, anxious, annoyed, or ashamed. So let's say that right now what's on your mind is keeping your immune system healthy. Some people are running into allergies right now too, so you want to keep your immune system healthy, and that's your target. A trigger might be the news, or hearing someone simply cough, or going into the store and someone doesn't have their mask on. There's so many triggers right now. So take a moment and list out a few of the triggers that you know that if you experience them, they're going to cause you to start to go into a little bit of a mode of maybe anxiety, maybe even angry at other people's behaviors. So any sort of those A emotions: angry, anxious, annoyed, ashamed. So when you see that emotion, now you're going to use a tool. And the trick to the tool is that you employ the tool in the first 10 seconds that you start to feel this emotion. So I was just at the grocery store a little longer, and I had this pretty funny looking mask thing on. But there were a lot of people who didn't have any masks, or I just wear gloves that I then put in the washer. They didn't have any of that on. And so I felt myself just kind of, it was a little bit of a trigger for me. So the tool that I'm sharing with you tonight is called the Celebration Ferris Wheel. You've heard about it before, but I'm going to put a twist on it. So I want you to do it with me. So I'm holding my phone, so I'm going to do it with one hand. I want you to use both hands if you can. If not, just do it with one hand. So I want you to imagine that you're getting out of the hamster wheel, that wheel where we're running and running and we're not getting anywhere. I want you to get out and around, and I want you to just give it a little push. So this wheel is in front of you. You can make it a Ferris wheel or beautiful colors, whatever you want, just imaginary, and you're just pushing straight in the air. So I want you to go ahead and push up with me, and now keep your arms up there. So your arm is extended up, and just hold it there for a moment. And now gently bring it down, okay? Gently bring your arm down. And I'm bringing my arm down, so you can see I'm bringing my arm down out like this, all the way down. So when it's down by your side, your thumb is actually pointed out toward the wall, not toward your thigh. And we're going to do it one more time. So here comes the trigger. Starting to feel a little angry here, or a little anxious. I want you to push straight up and hold it. And now come down. But this time when you come down, leave your chest in the position it is. So leave your ribs in the position it is. And now you've brought your arm down, and you'll notice that you're up and over your situation. Your body is now in a more aligned position. You're higher up than you were if you took a look at where I was here, and then I went here when I pushed up. So one of the tricks to this method is we need to interrupt the stress response, and we need to start new habits of reaction. So one of the things, I see my friend Kent is on here, Scott's on here, Travis, Helen, thank you so much all for joining. One of the things that we are doing here at Pressure Free is we are overcoming habits of reaction you may have had since you were really little. So when you push up like this, you're interrupting. And if you do it in those first 10 seconds of feeling the emotion, you have won. You have beaten stress. Because no matter what stressor comes, if you can prevent the release of stress hormones, those are the real enemies. Not the stressor, not the reason why you're feeling this way, the trigger. It's actually whether or not you release stress hormones into your body. That hurts all your cells, your brain, all the way to the tips of your toes. So you're doing this crazy thing, okay? And now the other thing that's so cool about this one tool is the fact that it is kind of funny. And if you start putting your arms up in the air, hopefully you'll smile a little bit. That keeps this chemical called dopamine flowing so that your brain works. Your entire brain shuts down in fight or flight. Your outer brain shuts down in fight or flight. You're in your reptile brain. So when you can interrupt this with this silly Ferris wheel deal, then you actually have a moment to choose your response instead of overreact to the person not wearing their mask or something going on or the news report. So that is the sweet spot, that 10-second solution where you interrupt and you don't release these stress hormones. So it's a gross motor motion on purpose, big motion with your body. So, you know, you can do anything, you can dance, you can do whatever you want. Big motion to interrupt, that tells your brain, it's one of the few ways that adult brains can actually start to rewire, is if you do a big motion. So that's a little neuroscience trick. You got the dopamine flowing, that's another neuroscience trick. And here's the third, that posture. So I had you come up here and hold it so that you kept your body up into a strong posture, at least for a moment. When we go into fight or flight, we like to tighten and protect ourselves and violently fight or run away. So we will protect our chest and then we tighten our abs to protect all this. And we'll tighten our throats because if you ever take a self-defense class, you know that that's one of the spots you go for. So this is all going to tighten to protect yourself. When you go up like this, you're actually exposing. I got my Long Bellies Have More Fun shirt on purpose because we're creating a really long belly and it's very exposed. And you will never do that if you're in fight or flight. You're going to protect. So by going into a beautiful open posture, you actually signal to your brain that you must be fine. So this is kind of a trifecta tool. You've got the gross motor motion, a little bit of a smile, and the posture all at the same time. And the reason I start all my clients out on this tool, this is the secret reason why. Our triggers are so ingrained. Our responses to triggers are so ingrained. I have to give you like 3 tools in one so you can start to make some progress. So I've been 2 clients onboarded this week with me. Unbelievable how I'm getting some feedback from them already. They're like, I never noticed that just this one conversation would send me quote unquote under the line idea. So they're already noticing the triggers. You can do this too. You can learn this right with me here. If you want to go deeper, please book a private call with me. Speakwithelle.com. Your first strategy session with me is totally free. And I really encourage you to just come in and learn more. Let me learn more about you to see if how Pressure Free can help you. And yeah, I'm just going to teach. Actually, the next few days, I'm going to do specifically for essential workers. So healthcare workers, people on the job, people who have to be working and maybe they don't even want to be. They're so afraid during this time. So you'll see that I want to do 5 of them actually. The next 5 shows are going to be specifically for healthcare workers, essential workers, really focused in on that. I've coached hundreds of nurses, physicians, healthcare workers, social workers, all kinds of people in uniforms. So those are people that really need to know Pressure Free, especially right now, but just in general, so that they don't harm themselves or even suffer from what I call secondhand stress. A lot of educators suffer from secondhand stress. Anyone that's helping other people can sometimes take home those things. And I see my cousins in New Hampshire on. So cool. Got a lot of people here. Travis, I haven't seen you in forever. Where do you even live, right? So nice to see you all here. Scott's here, and Patty and Tony in New Hampshire. So hope you all have a great pressure-free night. Welcome to the treehouse. I'm up here in the treehouse. Love it here, love it here. And We got the living room here. That's my husband's ancestor on the wall. He actually was the richest man in Chicago at one point in time. So want to have, just a great day with you. I want you to really take in these tools, play with the Ferris wheel, start interrupting your stress response. It's going to help you in so many ways. A great pressure-free night. Bye.